just kind of like a hello stream is all it is. So anybody wants to come out there and talk to me, please do while I play. You can talk to me about anything you want. We're going to try Iron Man and Ultron again here. And let me see. Did I take him out here? No. So I got to move him. So if anyone wants to say hello, just say hello, please. Be nice when people say hello. As we play a little morning Marvel Champions for a Saturday before we get into some very big college football in about a couple hours for Ohio State and Michigan. Let's see here. Let's get that like that so people can see that. There. It goes to the side. Right. So, it's a little friendly game of Marvel Champions again. Anybody wants to say hi, just please say hi. You don't have to watch me play, just say hi. Saying hi is good. That's good. So then counter deck. And put a card face down as a drone minion. We'll try this again. So hopefully, anybody wants to say hi, just say hi. Let's see, 17. Pulsar Blast, Power of Aggression, Tag Team Avengers Mansion, Uppercut, and Supersonic Punch. I don't have a single bit of tech. I'm going to get rid of all of these. 6. The Arc Reactor, that's what we need. And the Rocket Boots is always good. Okay. Right, it's not bad there. We'll stick with these guys here. Chase them down, Rocket Boots. How you doing there, Doug? Good to see you. As I said, I know Marvel Champions is not everybody's taste, but, it's not that I'm here just to play Marvel Champions. I'm here really just so you guys can say hello, whatever. I know everybody's waiting. I mean, I go ahead and do a game of Marvel Champions, Doug. I get nobody. I do a game of Stratomatic baseball last night. I got like 12, 13, 14, 15 people watching. If I do inside pitch, I get 15 to 20 people. I mean, is all you guys just going to watch me for baseball and that's it? Jeez. It's called RJL Network, not RJL Inside Pitch, although I may have to change the name. Who knows, you guys. All right, so let's see what happens in this one. Second try taking Iron Man against Ultron Standard, using the standard starter deck for Iron Man. A little bit difficult when you just use the starter deck, though. All right, so we'll start with Tony Stark. Use the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, discard the others. We will definitely take the Mark 5 armor. Discard the rest. No, good to see me doing something else. I mean, I know, right? I mean, really. Iron Man will flip. And lucky for me, I got the Arc Reactor, so we will utilize Combat Training and Tag Team to put out the Arc Reactor. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Nick Fury, chase them down in Rocket Boots to put out the Mark 5 armor, which will increase his hit points to 15. Iron Man attacks for 1, gets rid of that. Arc Reactor there, and attacks for 1, doing some damage to Ultron. And we ready. And we get 1, 2, 3 cards. Could be like Jester and do it all. I can't do it all like Jester. Jester does everything. He's got the thing about it, Doug, is he has all that room for war games. I don't. I want to get Axis I'm still running the rules for Axis Empires, And I actually could do Axis Empires because I printed out a map, part of the map that they have, to do Axis Empires to at least the early easy scenario, but I just don't have the space. Plus, I don't have a camera that's really good on. This camera is excellent for this, but if I was to play a war game, I'd have to get a professional camera and have a professional table, something like that. All right, so Ultron goes, and he gets a threat. And what if I can just put this up here? Now I'll keep it where it is. Gets a threat. Ultron attacks for. Let's see. Ultron attacks for 2. He's going to take it. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Put this card over there. So 1 is 3. So he goes down to 12. Put out a drone minion because that's what you got to do. Because after Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into place down to drone minion. And we will draw an encounter card, and it's Concussion Blaster. It's attached to the villain. The villain gains Retaliate 1. So he already has an extra attack. Okay. All right, so his turn. Iron Man is going to utilize First Aid and Combat Training to do Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If you pay for this card using a physical resource, attack gains Overkill. Combat Training is a physical resource. So he does 1 point of damage and brings Ultron down to 12. We will thwart for 2. Getting rid of that. Ready him. And he'll attack for 1. He'll take 1 from the Retaliate. He does 1 point of damage to Ultron down to 11. And we will end the turn. 1, 2, 3. So how was your Thanksgiving there, Doug? Was it okay? Everything good? Everything good, I hope. Okay, so Ultron attack. So threat goes on the scheme. The thing about Ultron, you want to keep this scheme in place as long as you possibly can. But playing the starter deck, I don't have access to the one of the best justice cards there is to keep schemes from going. So that's a threat. He attacks for 2 plus 1 plus 0. And he gets a drone minion. And we get another encounter card. And it's Swarm Attack. Each drone minion engaged with the hero attacks. If no attacks are made this way, put the top card of your deck into play face down. Engage with you as a drone minion. He will attack. So he does 2, 3, total of 4. So now he is down to 7. All right. All right. So back to Iron Man's turn. I'll use the helicarrier to put in the rocket boots. Gets plus a hit point. And we're going to use energy to get rid of the concussion blasters. Exhaust the hero, which we will do. Arc reactor removes. And we will get rid of the minion. And end the turn. So now we get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chase them down. Hulk, Mark 5 helmet, and tenacity. Yes, it was. I had a good Thanksgiving there, Doug. Pretty good. Very, very tasty and delicious. Very tasty and delicious. Okay, his turn. It's a threat. Ultron attacks for 2. Plus 1 is 3. So now he's down to 5. Minion. Encounter card. Concussive Blast. Deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So he goes down to 4 now. Okay. So Ultron being Ultron like usual. Still a big pain in the ass. But I hope you guys are ready for some good college football today. Looking forward to it. Maximum hand size of 7. Right. So let's see what we're going to do here. Iron Man is going to attack, get rid of the minion. We'll play Chase Them Down after a hero attacks and defeats an enemy. Remove 2 threat from the scheme. Ready him. And I'm going to play Tenacity to put down the helmet. We're going to keep Hulk. And Iron Man will attack for 1. Bring him down to 10. And we will... I got to flip here because he's down to 4 damage. So now I have to flip. And so that's going to probably scheme out, maybe. And let's see. So he flips. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose 1. And we're going to take Genius and get rid of Uppercut and Haymaker. Genius is great because Genius I can play now and put out the Hulk. And he will attack for 3 on Ultron, bringing him down to 7. And now we'll see what he does. And it's a physical resource, mental resource, which is horrible because that discards him. And we'll end the turn. Good to see you, Scooney. Welcome. Good to see you. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's Assault, Supersonic Punch, Pepper Potts. Got some allies. That's usually helpful. Take another shot at Iron Man versus Ultron. Didn't do too well last night. We'll see how we do today. Like I said, people, I understand, like I said, in a Marvel chat, some of the stuff I do play is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's just good to have everybody just say hello. It's really not me playing a game of it's me playing a game of Marvel Champions and just saying hello to you guys and talking to you. That's all. Okay, so it is his turn. He gets a threat. And Ultron will scheme. He schemes for 1 plus 0. I got lucky. So he only schemes for 1. Schemes for 1. Now we get the counter card, and it is Advanced Ultron Drone. Okay. Oh, so... And no minion goes out because Ultron did not attack you. He schemed. So that actually got lucky on this turn here. So I still have a chance to keep the Crimson Cowl up, which really does help here. All right. So it is my turn. Tony Stark will recover for 3 first of all. And we're going to deck out, and bring on a counter card. Before I do that, and recovers for 5. And he will flip. Ready him. He's going to thwart for 2. Get rid of those. And then we're going to play Repulsor Blast and Supersonic Punch. To do Relentless Assault, deal 5 damage to a minion. If you pay for this card using a physical resource, this attack gains overkill, which we did use a physical resource from Repulsor Blast. So that gets rid of the event, the Advanced Ultron Drone. That goes away, and Ultron takes 1. Pepper Potts, Mockingbird, and Tigra. And I think that's it. We're gonna keep I'm gonna get rid of Pepper Potts. I'll keep Mockingbird and Tiger. And so what happens when you deck out? When you deck out, you get an extra encounter card. So that's going to be his turn. So we get that. Encounter card automatically. Emergency. Shuffle. Iron Man goes through his deck pretty quick. So we still have, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 3, 4, 5. Rocket Boots and Nick Fury. Okay. So his turn. Gets a threat. Ultron will attack. Iron Man's going to take it. So it's going to be 2 plus, ouch, 3 is 5. Youch. Down to 2. Gets a minion. And now an encounter card. Youch. That hurt. So now I got 2 encounter cards I got to deal with. So first encounter card is Shadow of the Past. Of course, that shows up. So Whiplash is now again Shadow of the Past shows up. Third straight time I've had Shadow of the Past join up which brings out Whiplash. Third straight game that shows up. Oh, and then I got to put out the imminent overload scheme. When revealed, place an additional threat there. So there's now 4. Second straight time. Third straight time Shadow of the Past shows up. Unbelievable. And second encounter card is Concussive Blast. Deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So he's down to 1 again. So again, Stark is hurt. Well, we got to deal with Whiplash. All right, so his turn. He's going to thwart for 2. Bring that down. Ready him. And he will thwart for 2 again. Getting rid of imminent overload. Before you flip him over. Exhaust the helmet. Removes threat from the scheme. And we're going to use Rocket Boots, Mockingbird, Tigra, an emergency to bring out Nick. Nick deals 4 damage to an enemy, getting rid of Whiplash. He will then attack for 1, attack for 2, getting rid of the minion. I got a flip. No choice. And we're going to get the cards we want anyway, so that's the turn. And he gets 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Assault, first aid, combat training, power regression, the gauntlets. All right, he's down to 1 hit point. So if he takes any damage, he's pretty much out of it. All right, so his turn. So gets a threat. Ultron schemes for 1. Plus 3 is 4, so he will scheme out here. So we'll go to assault on NORAD. Up to face down as a drone minion. So now we're on the assault on Norred stage. And placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase. Each player must choose to place either do threat here or put the top card of their deck into play face down as a drone minion. So now we get an encounter card, and it is Program Transmitter. After attached to Ultron, after Ultron schemes, place 1 threat on each side scheme. Exhaust your hero and spend 2 mental resources to discard this card. So now he schemes for 2, but that actually isn't too bad. All right, so we're down to 6. So he's down to 6. No, I didn't order any seasons or games on Black Friday. There wasn't really anything I wanted. I mean, I've already got I got what is it? I did get the Fury's gone, by the way. I mean, I already have 1993 and 1996 from Inside Pitch. I've already got those seasons. Remember, anytime Chris releases anything from Inside Pitch, I buy it immediately. It's already coming. And he gave me a Black Friday discount. So if you want to say purchasing Inside Pitch gave me the Black Friday discount, you could probably say that would do it. All right. We're down to 1 hit point here, so we're not looking too good. So Tony Stark has to recover. No choice. Covers for 4. And you got stuck with work, so it might be a Monday deal I'm buying. Yeah, I had to work on Black Friday too. So we'll stay in that formation. Gonna use I'm gonna use what am I do here? Well, that's the top 3 of his deck and chooses 1. And we're gonna take Tenacity. And so, yeah, I didn't get anything on Black Friday, really. I'm still looking to see. There's some good deals. I think I'm waiting for Cyber Monday now. I think I'm now just waiting for Cyber Monday. And let's see. Still got a minion. I'm going to utilize. Well, he's already a hero, so I can't get rid of Program Transmitter. I have to exhaust him. It's a hero action, not an alter ego action. So what do we do here? We'll use the power progression to put out combat training. So now he attacks at a 2. I don't want him to flip. I don't have any. I don't want to flip him over. We'll use Tenacity to play First Aid, heal 2 damage from any character. So he'll now go back up to 6. And we'll use let's see here. We'll utilize. Got a couple of season inside pitch and payoff pitch season ticket. You know, a lot of people are playing season ticket baseball. The one thing about season ticket, Clay Dreslock, that man knows how to put together a game. He really does. I really can't say anything wrong about it. I don't know. Just something about that game just kind of, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with season ticket baseball. I guess maybe it's because the only way you can get it is by PDF. Because if you try to get printed seasons from him, they are way too expensive. And maybe it's because of the cards. I'm going to keep Relentless Assault. I'm going to put down Energy and get the Power Gauntlets. So now he's up to 6 cards. And I'm going to let Ultron continue to scheme here. So that is going to end the turn. So ready him. He gets 1, 2, 3, 5. Uppercut, Supersonic Punch, chasing him down, Pepper Potts, and Haymaker. You're just going to stick with Inside Pitch for the PC. Hey, nothing wrong with that. The only thing about Inside Pitch for the PC, I don't think Bill Psalm has completely updated the game yet to full version 3 rules. But then again, I could be wrong. I know we did update the game in some cases. Okay, so, all right, Ultron's turn. Gets a threat. After placing threat here during the step forward, place chase, put top card face down, draw a minion. I'm going to go ahead and put the minion down. Okay, Ultron schemes for 1, 2. 2 is 4. So now there is 5 threat on the main scheme. And the minion scheme. So 1, 2. So 1, 2. So now there's 7 threat on the scheme. And Ultron draws an encounter card, and it is Android Efficiency. Each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down. Gives them his own minions. So I got 3 minions and a whole bunch of threat to deal with. Go She-Hulk. Yeah, I want to get She-Hulk is on the list. I'm planning to use She-Hulk for the mutagen formula formula from the Green Goblin thing. But right now, Tony Stark is in trouble. Okay. All right, so it is his turn. Look at the 3 cards of the deck. And we're going to take the Power Gauntlets and discard these 2. He will heal for 3, back up to 9. He will flip, ready him. We're going to go ahead and attack for 1, taking one of these out. And we will play Chase Them Down after a hero attacks and defeats an enemy. Remove 2 threat from the scheme. 2 threat is destroyed there. We're then going to bring in Cap. Well, Captain America is on my list, of course, too. I want him to do the Wrecking Crew. Power Gauntlets. We'll get rid of this minion. We use Haymaker and Pepper Potts to do Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage to a minion if you pay for this card using a physical resource. Attacking is overkill, which it does. So it does 1 attack, 4 to Ultron. So now he's down to 2. Then I put down Uppercut and Supersonic Punch for another Powered Gauntlets. And that is going to deal 1 damage to Ultron, because I'm not aerial. We'll exhaust the helmet to remove a threat from the scheme. And completed 36 games in your quest for 61. Leader has 12 home runs. Barris has 11. 61 season was a lot of fun. I got to admit, I look back to that 1961 replay I did, and that was a lot of fun. Look forward to more legendary seasons. ID Jester joins us here. Good to see you there, Kirk. How goes the fight? We're holding out against, it's Iron Man versus Ultron in this one. We're holding out. So we're holding out here. So just joining into that matchup last night. Yeah, but I lost. So I lost twice, and so I figured I'd retry again. All right, that's going to end the turn. And now I got a full upgrade. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now he gets a full 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we got some help here. All right. Yeah, but I lost, so I wanted to try again. I don't like moving on to the next villain or hero until I win. I usually do one offline, and But good to see you there, Jester. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, my friend. All right, so Ultron's turn. Gets a threat, and you got to put a minion out for that. So Ultron is going to attack for 2. Iron Man's going to take it. So he attacks for 2. Plus 1 is 3. Ultron heals 1 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. So he actually goes back up to 2. So there's 3 points of damage. Minion attacks. It's the 5. And now we get the all-important encounter card. And it's under attack. So that shows up. Each player chooses to either place 2 threat here or deal 3 damage to their hero. So can I put 5? The question is, can I do 5 threat? And I can't do anything with the main scheme while that's out. I can do 3 damage to him, but then he's probably going to scheme out. I'll put the 5 threat. I will put the 5 threat. Okay. So, Iron Man's turn. Well, Iron Man will thwart for 2. Ready him. And thwart for 2 again. That'll bring that down to 1. Down to 1. The Mark V helmet will re-exhaust to move the threat from the scheme, so that takes care of under attack. One power gauntlet will attack that, take out that minion. And we're going to use Genius and Strength to put out Avengers Mansion, which will be a help. Draws a card. Getting Hulk, that's good. Lately, I've been not doing well with Hulk because Hulk disappears usually. Combat training and the TAC team to put out Hulk. And let's see. What do I want to do here? Hulk will attack for 3 and will move Ultron to the next level, which is now 22. So that eliminates stage 1 Ultron, now going to stage 2. Stage 2. So Ultron is already now. So now we're stage 2 Ultron. And draw the card. I get another counter card that we're going to get here. And that's a physical resource. That's actually pretty good. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. And he'll bring him down to 20, which means good. Means I have him to protect me for at least 1 time. Power Gauntlets will deal 1 damage to an enemy, bringing him down to 19. And that is going to Do I want to? No, I don't want to flip. I got Hulk to protect me, so that means he can deal, and that'll end the turn. And we get an encounter card. But it's good to see everybody today, though. Got some big-time college football. Jester, I know you're Ohio State Buckeyes. They got a really tough game against Michigan. I hate to say this. I'm not expecting them to beat them. I'm not expecting Ohio State to beat Michigan, but anything can happen in the war. So I know you're getting ready for that game. So we got 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supersonic Punch, Chasing Down Tigra, and Mockingbird and Energy. So far I got a pretty good engine here, but he's down to 5, so I got to be careful. You're playing Marvel Champions tonight at 8. Yes, he told me that. You can do it with Phoenix Knight? I may have to watch that. I may have to watch that in between watching Florida State and Florida tonight, too. All right. Let's see. So it is... Okay, so it is his turn. Gets a threat. Drone minion due to assault on NORAD. Ultron will attack. Hulk will defend. So he does 2. And until the end of attack, Ultron gets +1 attack for each drone minion engaged with you. So when Ultron attacks you, put the top card of your deck into play face down. Engage with you as a drone minion. So he does 2, 3, 4. 2 is 6. Hulk is gone. Hulk is gone. And then 1, 2 damage to Iron Man. Down to 3 from the minions. And now we have 2 encounter cards I got to deal with. First encounter card is Advanced Ultron Drone. Second encounter card is Swarm Attack. Each drone minion engaged with a hero attacks. If no attacks are made this way, the top card of your deck into play face down. Engage with your drone minion. But that is going to kick me out because 1, 2, and the Advanced Ultron Drone does count as a drone minion. That is 3. And once again, Iron Man falls. Try again. Having a real... This is using the starter deck for Iron Man. This is the starter deck. I mean, I could easily put together a deck that would blow Ultron out easily, but it would blow Ultron out easily. But I'm using the starter deck here for aggression and all of that. So we'll try again. So back to 1B. Back to Ultron stage 1. We got to get rid of that. I need some better cards. Well, like I said, I'm using the starter deck. The starter deck only uses basic aggression. The cards that are out now, if I was to put together a deck for him, Ultron would be defeated easily. But I'm using the starter deck. The reason why I'm using the starter deck is because it's more challenging. It actually is more challenging. You know nothing about deck building. It depends on what you're using. The thing about Iron Man, aggression is probably the best aspect because of the minions he's got to face. All right. Flip. Back to 9. Back to 17. team. Draw minion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stark Tower, Pepper Potts, Strength, Pulsar Blast, Haymaker. Pepper Potts. Start. I need allies, really. I'll keep Strength, definitely. Pepper Potts. Need tech. I don't need Stark Tower. Actually, I'll get rid of Pepper Potts. I need tech. Attack team, power progression, post plus. Wow, I didn't get any tech at all in the first. Wow, okay. It's going to be like that, huh? Very well. All right. So Tony Stark will go here. Once again, trying again. I'll look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Choose one. And we'll take the power gauntlets. Flip. We'll do 1 attack, getting rid of the minion. We will use strength to put out the power gauntlets, deal 1 damage to Ultron, bring him down to 16. And I am going to use Genius and Repulsor Blast to put out the TAC team, which is actually pretty good. TAC team can help take out minions. And we'll use the power of aggression to play Supersonic Punch, deal 4 damage to an enemy. Even though I don't have aerial, but I want to get him, Ultron, down as quickly as possible. Ready him. He only gets 2 cards, which suck. Avengers Mansion and Combat Training. And that's it. All right, so Ultron goes. Gets a threat. Ultron attacks for 2. Iron Man is going to... He's going to take it. So 2 plus... Choose to either spend a physical resource or put the top card of your deck into play face down and give you a minion. I do have a physical resource, so that goes down. So Android efficiency, but still gets a drone minion anyway, because after Ultron attacks you, choose to either place 1 threat on the main scheme or put the top card of your deck into play face down, engage with you as a drone minion. So we do avoid that. So now an encounter card, and 4th straight time with that Shadow of the Past. And way too early for that to show up. I can't get rid of him on this turn. That is way too early for him to come out. I only got 1 card, so I can't do crap. I cannot do a dang thing. I can't do anything with that right now. I have to let him scheme out. So attack team, get rid of that. He will thwart for 2. Getting that down. He'll do 1 damage to an enemy. It's Ultron. Forget Whiplash. Nothing I can do about it. He'll flip. That'll be it. He did damage, didn't he? Yeah. Down to 6. End the turn. Chase them down. Nick Fury, Emergency, War Machine, and Uppercut. The thing is, Tony, with Spider-Man, I could probably go all through the entire series because of certain cards he has. All right, well, let's play it out. It is what it is. We play it out. All right, so play it out. So his turn. Gets a threat. Ultron schemes for 1 and 0, so he doesn't move. So he doesn't put any extra on the threat, but Whiplash will. So Whiplash will scheme. We go to assault on NORAD. So now it's down a drone minion. There's a drone minion. So he schemes. And go to counter card. Ultron does not put up drone minion out in front because he did not attack. He schemed. Counter card. Upgraded drones. Wonderful. Each face drone minion gets +1 attack and +1 hit point. Ain't that lovely? All right. Back to him. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Discard 1. And we'll keep the arc reactor. I hate to get rid of the Mark V armor for now, but that's what to do. All right, tech team. We'll take the minion out, leaving Whiplash. And I gotta take out Whiplash. And we're gonna go ahead. I gotta utilize all of this crap. We'll use Emergency, War Machine, Uppercut, Avengers Mansion to put out Nick. Nick Fury deals 4 damage to the enemy, getting rid of him. And he is going to thwart for 2. Take out the imminent overload. That down. That's a threat. Actually, imminent overload. Actually, I'm going to put 1 threat on assault on NORAD because imminent overload does raise the threat level. And Stark, he will flip. And he will thwart for 2, getting rid of this. Power Gauntlets will attack. And he'll do 1 damage to Ultron. And we still only have 3. So I'm going to get rid of Chase Them Down. And end the turn. Iron Man. Let's attack team. Nick Fury at least can help me out. There's only 1, 2, 3. So 2 more cards. Mark V helmet and the rocket boots. It's actually helpful. So we kind of get out of that for now. All right, so his turn gets a threat, and we'll put the minion down. Ultron attacks for 1. Nick Fury will defend. So 1. No, sorry, 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Nick Fury is gone. It's gone. Minion attacks. Another 5. Now encounter card, and it's caught off guard. Discard and upgrade a support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. There goes the tag team. Did I use the tag team as a, you know what? Yeah, I did. All right. So Iron Man's turn. Power Gauntlets. We'll get rid of the minion. Iron Man thwarts for 2. We flip. Add 1 card. Look at the 3 cards to your hand. Tag team, combat training, and rocket boots. Believe it or not, I'm gonna take the tag team and dump the rocket boots, because now I'm gonna play tag team and the Mark by helmet for the arc reactor, which allows me to ready him. And that's going to end the turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tigra, Mockingbird, Rocket Boost, Relentless Assault, and that. Okay, so his turn. That's a threat. We will put down as a minion, because Ultron's going to scheme here. So he schemes 1 plus 2 is 3. And the drone schemes, minion schemes, which is 4. Okay. So now we get an encounter card, and it's Concussion Blast. So attached to the villain. The villain gains Retaliate 1. So exhaust your hero and spend 2 energy resources to discard the card. All right. Okay. I got to get some friggin' allies here. Man, he's really being a pain in the butt lately. Okay, so Tony Stark. He'll look at the deck. Might as well go ahead and put out an encounter card. 1. Keep 1. I'll keep first aid. All right. We will use first aid to put out the rocket boots. And then Tony Stark will recover for 3, bringing him back to 8. Flip, ready him. He will thwart for 2. Power Gauntlets will get rid of the minion. You also get +1 hit point for the rocket boots. He's up to 9 now. And we're going to play Power of Aggression. No, we're going to play Relentless Assault, Helicarrier, the power of aggression to put out Mockingbird, which will stun him. Mockingbird will thwart for 1. And that will retire the side. And now he gets 1, 2, 3, 4. I already got Tigra, Combat Training, Uppercut, and War Machine. With Iron Man, I can tell it's patience. Pure patience. Okay, so gets a threat. And he is stunned. I'm going to put an extra 2 threat there because I do not want any drone minions in this turn. So no drone minion. He is stunned. He cannot attack. So we go straight to the encounter card. So I got 2 encounter cards I got to deal with. First one is Gang Up. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Wonderful. He has no minions, but now he gets a minion. Or he will. So he attacks for 2. Iron Man is going to... Mockingbird will defend. Mockingbird does 2. He does 2 plus 0, so that takes care of her. And you know what? I'm going to put a threat on the scheme. I'm going to put a threat on the scheme, make it 5. Instead of putting a top card down and drone minion. Now the second counter card, Concussive Blast, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So he goes down to 8. All right. So I got a lot on NORAD, but we're going to try to knock some of that out. Okay. All right, so Iron Man's turn. He's gonna thwart 2. Ready him, thwart for another 2. Brings NORAD down to 1. Frack. The upgraded drones. Dang. Tigra, Mental, War Machine, Wild, Uppercut, Physical. Gets rid of this. Power Gauntlets will do damage. Bring him down to 9. He'll flip. Yeah, I got the drones down. I just removed them. He'll flip. And he will end the turn. Side retired. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pepper Pot, Stark Tower Pulse. I'm not getting good cards. I really am not. Not really getting good cards. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I get one more. And we'll let this assault. Okay. His turn. Gets a threat. We'll put out the minion. So Ultron, he schemes. So he schemes for 1. Plus a boost. Choose to either spend a mental resource or put the top card of your deck into play face down. Engage with you as a drone minion. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get rid of the Supersonic Punch. And so he schemes for 1. So what was it? Only 1. So only schemes for 1. He schemes for 1. And now we get the encounter card, and it's Vibranium Armor. Attach the villain. If the villain takes damage, give it a tough status card. Exhaust your hero and spend 2 physical resources to discard the card. As if Ultron wasn't tough enough as it was. All right. Well, Tony Stark is going to look at the top 3 cards of the deck. Strength, chasing down Avengers Mansion. I want strength. He doesn't have to recover. Really doesn't. He will flip. He will exhaust. Utilizing strength to get rid of the Vibranium Armor. Ready him. He will Power Gauntlets. We'll get rid of the min. Actually, no, I don't want to use it that way. I want to use Combat Training. We'll use Combat Training and Pepper Potts. And play Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If you paid for this card using a physical resource, attack gains overkill. So that's 1. And he goes down to 5. Iron Man will he's got Retaliate, so Iron Man is going to attack for 1. With that, goes back to 7. And Power Gauntlets, he'll attack for 1. That's deal damage, not attack damage. So that's 3. He does not get Retaliate for that, because that's deal damage, not attack. Then we're going to play Stark Tower to do Repulsor Blast. Deal 1 damage to an enemy and discard the top 5 cards of your deck for each energy resource discarded this way. Discarded this way. Deal 2 additional damage to that enemy. So he does 1 damage plus, and he deals 5 cards of the deck. So he deals 1. Power of Aggression, that's wild. That's 3, 5. So he does knock Ultron into the next stage. So Ultron now goes to stage 2. And we will end the turn. Steeler fan joins us here. Good to see you there, Matt. And he's going to get 4 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Rocket Boots, Power Gauntlets, Tac Team, and Nick. All right, so Ultron already at stage 2. All right, so Ultron, so threat, goes on the scheme. I really don't want to deal with a minion. I'm probably going to thwart the next turn, so I'm going to put 2 threat on the scheme instead. Make that 6. Ultron attacks for 2. Iron Man will defend. So he attacks for 2. Plus 1 is 3. Boost. The villain is making an undefended attack. Choose and discard an upgraded control. It is not an undefended attack because I defended, so I do not lose an upgrade. So he does 2, 3. And when Ultra attacks you, gets a minion. So plus that is 4. So he does a total of 4 damage. So now he's down to 3. But then you subtract, but -1 is 4. Because he does 2, 3, 4, but he defended. And now we get the all-important encounter card. Electromagnetic Black Blast. Each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck. For each energy resource a player discards this way, the player takes 1 damage. That's what killed me in the first game. So 5 energy resources. So I cannot get more than 4 energy resources. There's 1, 2, 2, and that's it. So 2 more damage. He's down to 2 again. All right. But we do survive. Okay. All right. So his turn. Are you ready? Arc Reactor. Iron Man will thwart for 2. Power Gauntlets will take out the minion. We are going to flip. 1, 2, counter card. They get to use the 3 cards of the deck. Haymaker. I'm gonna keep energy here. Get rid of Haymaker and Repulsor Blast. I'm gonna use energy, Rocket Boots, and Tac Team. Keep Power Gauntlets. Put out Nick. After Nick enter play, choose 1, remove 2 threat per scheme, draw 3 cards, or deal 4 damage to an enemy. I think I'd rather have him remove 2 threat from the scheme. And then thwart for 2 more. Takes the damage. And we will end the turn. And he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not getting any tech. That's what's really hurting me. I'm not getting tech. I can't stay as Iron Man. All right. So Ultron's turn. Assault on NORAD. That's one of the villain phase. We'll put the drone minion out for that. And now Ultron schemes. So he schemes for 2. Plus 1 is 3. Minion schemes for 4. So 4 goes back on NORAD. And now we got 2 encounter cards I got to deal with. First encounter card, Electric Whip Attack. Choose to either deal 1 damage to a hero for each upgraded control, or choose and discard an upgraded control. Well, if I deal 1 damage for each upgrade I control, he's dead. So I got to lose something. That's going to be the boots. And the second one, advance the villain schemes, of course. So schemes for 2. Plus 2 is 4. And that brings that up to 9. It does not include the minion, though. That only includes the villain. Because the minion is not villainous. So I got 9 on friggin' NORAD. And Fury is gone. After the turn, we go back to here. Okay. Tony Stark has to recover for 3. Go back up to 5. Look at the top 3 cards. We will get I want War Machine. Ultron's at 22. I can't knock him out, even if I did use War Machine. The Power of Aggression, though, could be useful. The Power of Aggression. I will use Genius to put out the other Power Gauntlets. And I got a thwart. So Tony Stark will flip. Arc Reactor. He thwarts for 2. And 1 Power Gauntlet. And the other 1 Power Gauntlet will do 1 damage to Ultron. The other Power Gauntlet does another damage to Ultron. Back to 7. We'll do Power of Aggression and Combat Training to do the uppercut, deal 5 damage to an enemy. I gotta try to take Ultron down here. So now he's down to 15. And then I'm gonna do Stark Tower to do Repulsor Blast, deal 1 damage to an enemy and discard the top 5 cards of your deck. For each printed energy resource discarded this way, deal 2 additional damage to the enemy. Oh, by the way, 1 minion was beaten. So actually, he takes only 1 point. So it goes back to 16 because I have to take out the minion. So deal 1 damage to an enemy and discard the top 5 cards of your deck. For each printed energy resource discarded this way, deal 2 additional damage. So he does 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 5. And that's it. So he does a total of 5 damage to Ultron. So now he's down to 11. And that's the turn. You get 4 cards. You just can't do 5 points of damage. Attack Team, Tigra, Mockingbird, and the Power of Aggression. All right. Well, Assault on NORAD takes a threat. And that is now, once again, that is 3, 4, that's 8. And if I go to the next stage and not put a drone minion out, that brings on the countdown. It brings out a minion anyway, if I do that. So, brings out a minion anyway, whether I do that or not. Down to 8. I really don't want the minion because the minion, he's going to do he's going to do at least a number of points of damage. It's going to bring out a minion anyway, so might as well. So I'll put out the minion. Iron Man has to defend. Okay, so Ultron does 2, 3, plus 1 is 4, and a boost. Ultron heals 1 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. And he gets +1 attack. That's right. So it's 2, 3, 4, plus 1 is 5, and I lose again. All right. Another loss. Can't beat him. I'm just not getting the dang cards. Just not getting the dang cards. Just not getting the dang cards. One more try. And after that, if that don't work, we go to another hero. Just not getting the cards. What really hurt was the Shadows of the Past coming out that early. That's what hurt. Was Shadow of the Past coming that early. Well, the football game is in 30 minutes. This will be my last try. I've beaten him before with the starter deck. Beaten him before with the starter deck. Crushing, Avengers Mansion, Nick Fury, Supersonic Punch, and War Machine. Problem is, I get no tech out of that. I got no tech. Nick Fury is good to have. Genius. Get rid of the rest. So, Mark 5 armor and pepper pots. Okay. So let's try a third time. This will be the last one. So Tony Stark gets to look at the 3 cards of the deck. And we'll take the Power of Aggression. Flips. And just like that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Genius, Power of Aggression, and Combat Training to put out Nick. Nick is going to draw 3 cards from me. Haymaker, Pulsar Blast, and Uppercut. Again, all the tech is at the bottom of the friggin' deck. It almost even mean anything to do anything with it. He'll attack for 2 on Ultron. And of course, when there's already a card out for a drone minion. Okay. Iron Man will attack for 1, get rid of the minion. And got to put out the mark. Use Haymaker, Pepper Pots, and Uppercut to put out the Mark 5 armor, which I got to put out. Gives him 6 hit points. So now he's up to 15. Kind of got lucky getting that one. And I'll keep Relentless Assault, get rid of Repulsor Blast. I don't want to go through the deck so fast. So I'll keep Relentless Assault, end the turn. I only get 2. I get First Aid. Okay. His turn. Gets a threat. He attacks for 2, plus 1 is 3, but Nick Fury, of course, is defending. And choose to either place 1 threat in the main scheme, put the top card of your deck into play face down as your minion, which you will. Nick is gone. And get me a counter card. Concussive Blast, deal 1 damage to each friendly character. So Iron Man's down to 14. All right. We'll use Relentless Assault to play First Aid. Heal 2 damage, go back to 15. Iron Man is going to... He will thwart. Not down. Don't want to attack. Now he'll attack. He'll attack, get rid of the minion. Flip. Okay, and that's going to end the turn, actually. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rocket Boots, Tack Team, Rocket Boots, Relentless Assault. Right. Okay, his turn. That's a threat. It's going to automatically scheme out. Schemes for 1 plus 0. He will scheme into Assault on NORAD. Gets a drawn minion. One revealed. On revealed, each player puts a top card of the deck into play face down as a drawn minion, which it is. So we're on the Assault on NORAD already. Now we get the encounter card. And of course, it's the villain schemes. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 go on NORAD just like that. Isn't that lovely? Okay. So go back to that. So Tony Stark's turn. Do not need to recover. We'll look at the top 3 cards of the deck and discard 1. We're going to get Mockingbird. Keep the 2. He flips. And we'll use Genius. No, actually we won't. Use Helicarrier and 1 set of Rocket Boots to play Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage for minion if you pay for this card using a physical resource. Your attack gains overkill. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down to 11. We'll play Energy and Tack Team to put out Mockingbird, keeping the Rocket Boots. Mockingbird stuns Ultron. She will thwart for 1. And Iron Man will thwart. We will attack for 1. Going down to 10. Keeping Rocket Boots. Ready the cards. Still only get 1 card, which is Tack Team. And she's that. All right. Okay. His turn. Assault on NORAD gets a threat. We'll put the draw minion. Cannot attack. He's stunned. Right to the encounter card. Repair sequence. Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. So now he's back up to 12. All right. Iron Man's turn. Put out the Tack Team to get the Rocket Boots. Gets a +1 hit point. Iron Man is going to thwart for 2. Mockingbird will attack for 1. 11. He flips. And actually, no, I don't want that. No, put that back to 12. The attack goes on the minion. And that is going to end the that's going to retire the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stark Tower, Strength, chase them down, Mark 5 helmet, power gauntlet. There's all the tech. Now there's all the friggin' tech. All right. There's all the tech. Okay. Ultron's turn. Threat. We'll get the minion. Ultron schemes. So 1 plus boost. Choose to spend a physical resource or put the top card of your deck into play face down. Engage with the drawn minion. I actually want to keep my physical resources, so we'll put it down as a drawn minion. And now the encounter card. And of course, what's the chances of me drawing Shadow of the Past 5 straight times? What is the chances of me drawing Shadow of the Past 5 straight games? Five straight games. Whiplash just keeps on showing his ass up. All right. Okay, so Tony Stark, it's his turn. The good news is there's not much. I mean, he did scheme, right? So he schemed for what? Schemed for 2, right? So forgot to put the threat on the scheme. And a scheme for the 1 minion. All right. So 4 on NORAD. I'm not paying attention. Okay. Stark. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 to your hand, and discard the others, which will give me another encounter card. Against that. Combat training, Tigra, tenacity. I'm gonna take combat training. I probably should have kept Tigra. Maybe I should have kept Tigra. No. He'll go ahead. He will attack for 1, getting rid of 1 minion. Mockingbird. Dang. No, you know what? He can't attack. Forget getting rid of the minion. He's got a thwart. Thwart for 2, getting rid of that. Down to 1. And we'll use Mark 5. We'll put down combat training to put the Mark 5 helmet down. Remove 1 threat from the scheme. And then we'll put down strength, put down the powered gauntlets, exhaust powered gauntlets, deal 1 damage to an enemy, get rid of that. We'll put down Stark Tower and chase them down to put the other gauntlets down. Get rid of that. So now I got some tech. And that retires the side. He has a lot of hit points, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay, threat. And I'm going to put down the minion. And Mockingbird's going to defend. So Ultron attacks for 2. Boost. Choose to either spend a mental resource to put the top card of your deck into play face down as a draw minion. I think this game is going to be a loss. Once Shadow of the Past comes out, It's really difficult to win this. So she's gone. And then Whiplash attacks for 3. 1, 2, 3. Minions attack 1, 1. 11. And now two encounter cards. First encounter card, attach the villain. The villain gains retaliate. Second, program transmitter after Ultron and program transmitter. So now he schemes for 2 at least and attacks for 3. It actually isn't terrible. It actually isn't terrible. All right. Oh, and an extra threat goes on the scheme because of imminent overload. All right. Now it's his turn. Now, we did get energy, and that puts out the arc reactor, which is probably one of the most important ones you can get. So he will thwart for 2. Do I have anything to take him out? Yeah, I do. So he thwarts for 2, getting rid of imminent overload. Arc reactor readies him. He will thwart for 2 on NORAD. The 2 power gauntlets take out the minions. Exhaust the helmet to take out a threat. And we will play 2 tech teams to put out Relentless Assault. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If you pay for this card using a physical resource, technically overkill. It's not, but that does get rid of Whiplash. He has Retaliate, but that's on an attack. This is deal 5 damage. And do I flip is the question. I think you do flip. So Iron Man will flip. But we now have a full Iron Man setup. So that'll end the turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, combat training, genius, rocket boots, and relentless assault. All right. So 1 threat on NORAD gets a minion. Ultron will scheme, so he schemes for 1, 2. 2 plus 0. Get lucky on that. So he only schemes for 2 on NORAD. 6. The minion does scheme for 1. And now the important encounter card. Rage of Ultron. Ultron schemes, of course. Discard the top card of your deck for each threat placed this way. When revealed, Rage of Ultron, Alter Ego, Ultron schemes. Discard the top card of your deck for each threat placed this way. So he schemes. So he schemes for 1, 2, plus 1 is 3 is 9. Well, 3. So does that scheme out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it does. We now go to the countdown to oblivion. So 1, 2, 3, and a minion. And threat cannot be removed from the scheme. So we're probably going to lose this battle here as well. All right, so threat cannot be removed from the scheme. So that means I have to stay as Iron Man throughout the entire darn time. Ain't that lovely? Well, let's see. Iron Man, we'll look at the top 3 cards of the deck. We will take Fury. Those guys. We won't recover. We will use both power gauntlets to get rid of minions. Iron Man attacks for 1. Arc Reactor ready. Attacks for 1. Down to 10. And we attach the villain. The villain gains retaliate, so that means he's down to 9. We'll use Genius. Already got a set of rocket boots. And Relentless Assault to put out Nick. To put out Nick Fury. Nick is going to deal 4 damage instead. Bring him down to 6. He will attack for 2, bringing him down to 4. They use the power of aggression to put out combat training, which gives him an extra attack. Emergency, I'm going to dump. And that's going to end the turn. The time is 11:51. It's almost time for football. So forget it. So we'll, all right. Actually, to get to tell you, 1 to Nick, because of concussion blasters. All right, so 2, 3. Counter card. Gets a total of 7 now. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. And that will end the turn. Okay, so threat goes on the scheme. Ultron attacks. Fury defends. So attacks for 2. Plus 2 is 4. Fury's gone. At least we don't have to put the minion out anymore because Countdown Oblivion does not put a minion out, but Ultron does put out a minion. So now we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. First encounter card, Advanced Ultron Drone. Second encounter card, Android Efficiency. Each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down as a drone minion. So 2 minions and an advanced drone. And of course the drone is on guard, so I can't do anything with him. Okay. I just feel like knocking Ultron in the next week and just ending this game right now on just stage 1 and saying, forget about it. We'll get you next time. So, what do we do here? I got to take out the Ultron drones. Okay, so Iron Man. Threat cannot be removed. So Iron Man, both power gauntlets will exhaust, taking out the minions. The Ultron drone. Play First Aid to play Repulsor Blast, deal 1 damage to an enemy, and discard the top 5 cards of your deck. For each printed energy resource discarded this way, deal a damage to the enemy. So that is 1. We'll do against the Ultron drone. So 1. Of course, when I need that to happen, it doesn't do that. So now I got to. So now That stunk. We'll utilize Tigra. Well, really? We'll exhaust Iron Man twice. Do 2 points on the advanced Ultron drone. We use Tac Team, Super Pepper Potts, and Uppercut to put out Tigra, keeping the supersonic punch. She will attack and get rid of the Ultron drone. Since she defeated a minion, she does not take any damage. Keep the supersonic punch. That actually takes care of the turn. Unbelievable how that went. You get 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got that. All right. Okay, his turn. Another threat. He will attack. Tigra will defend. So he does 2, 3, plus 2 is 5. Minion comes out. She's gone. And the minion, that's after he attacks. We're still in stage 1, so that doesn't. So the minion doesn't count on that one for the attack. Encounter card. Electromagnetic Backlash. Each player discards the top 5 cards of your deck. For each printed energy resource a player discards, this way to player 1 damage. I got no energy resources when I played the Repulsor Blast. Let's see how many I get when I get damage coming my way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. Down to 7. All right. Okay, so it goes back to Iron Man's turn. So Iron Man will use 1 power gauntlets, getting rid of the minion. Iron Man will use Chase Them Down to go aerial. And Iron Man will do 2 damage, bring him down to 2. He will attack for 2, bring him down to 0. Retaliate brings him down to 6. But now Ultron is now up to 22. But I'm really just thinking, say, forget about it. You just knocked him out in stage 1. Down to 22. Up to 22. And we'll utilize Arc Reactor and attack him again for 2, bringing him down to 20. Take Retaliate. I'm going to go ahead and use energy for a supersonic punch. Deal 4 damage to an enemy, 8 damage instead of you have the aerial trade. He does. So he's going to do 8 damage. Bring him down to 12. I'm going to play War Machine, Emergency, and Relentless Assault to bring out Mockingbird, which will stun him. She'll do an attack. Went down to 11. Gets Retaliate, so down to 4. Actually, not to him. I'm sorry. Doesn't go to him. She takes 2 damage. I can't exhaust the helmet. I can't move off the thread. Maybe we still have a chance here. It depends on what the cards read. So that's the turn. Iron Man is going to stay as it is. And hopefully, maybe some good can happen here. So Ultron is down to 11. And we draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which of course is going to be another counter card. And we'll see what happens here. Good news is he can't attack. So that helps. Can I escape? All depends. And 7, actually, because he does have 7. All right, so we have the counter cards. Okay. Threat goes on the scheme. He cannot attack. He's stunned. Goes straight to 2 encounter cards. So these 2 encounter cards will decide if I can still win this. First encounter card is Electric Whip Attack. Choose to either deal 1 damage to a hero for each upgrade you control, or choose and discard an upgrade you control. I'll lose combat training. So that doesn't do that much. So choose to either deal 1 damage to your hero for each upgrade you control, or choose and discard an upgrade control. We're going to get rid of combat training, which was the least worst. And now the second card, Under Attack. I think I have them. Under Attack. Each player chooses to place either 2 threat here or deal 3 damage to their hero. I'll put the 2 threat. I can't remove from the main scheme anyway, so really this scheme doesn't hurt. I think I've got it. I think I've got them. I think I have them. So, thank you, Scooney. I think you're about to miss the end of it, though. I think I have them here. So, because Under Attack doesn't really do me any damage. Each player chooses to either place 2 threat here, which I'll do. So, or deal 3 damage to the hero. So it's actually up to 5. But that won't really matter, because I think I finally got your ass. So Ultron, he's down to 11 hit points. So Iron Man, we will go use Avengers Mansion to go aerial. So he does 2, 2. I'll bring him down to 7. Mockingbird attacks for 1, taking care of her. He's down to 6. And I've totally had enough of his. I've had enough of him. So Rocket Boots. Actually, no, forget that. Genius, Supersonic Punch. He is aerial. Deal 8 damage instead if you have the aerial trait. He did. Had enough of your ass, Ultron. Bam! And you're dead. A victory for Iron Man took me too long, but I managed to go ahead and knock it. Knock out Ultron Stage 2 and stop the countdown to oblivion. And believe it or not, that might have been the thing to go here, because when the countdown to oblivion is on, there are no more drone minions go on that. So stunning him really helped too. Mockingbird coming out did it. So Iron Man defeats Ultron. I finally go ahead and get through this guy. And it's a victory for Iron Man. Could have done it different ways, but we will get the victory as Iron Man knocks out Ultron. Next up is going to be Black Panther versus the Green Goblin, Part 1, Risky Business. And we'll go to Black Panther for the next one. So for those of you who finally saw me watch and end this thing, stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart and strong. Let's get to some football, guys. Take care, guys. See you later.